Right, I got the front brake calipers today and I am super jacked because they were direct bolt-on and they line up perfectly to where my rotors are gonna be on both sides. So I am super happy about that because I basically just went off a picture from Tony's plans and decided that they looked a hell of a lot like Yamaha V-Star brakes, so I ordered those and it ended up working out alright. But I'm pretty sure that they're the same brakes around for Yamaha pretty much. Don't quote me on it, I'll do a little more research for you guys so you know these are direct bolt-on. But like, I know that XVS Yamaha brakes, bang on bolt-on, they are the same as these. And that's where I sort of got the hint, is because if you notice on the Edge Products website, the part number on the front calipers say XVS is part of the part number, so that's what sort of hinted me to start looking that route. So yeah, I got bolt-on brakes there, they are mounted, and I've got these two brake cables. They both came off a snowmobile, believe it or not, like a brand new Articat, and they're nice braided lines, give me a nice run to the center here. And now I've got to figure out a splitter to thread these into, which I got one of the master cylinders out, and what's happening right now is the master cylinder body here, these two edges are wider than the edges on here, so I just gotta take a grinder and grind the master cylinder mounts here flush, so that way these sit flush in the pedal boxes. So I'll clean those all up, get the master cylinder fit in there, and show you how it's looking. Hey guys, got to Royal Distributing there. They had a no tax sale this weekend, so I picked up some tires and rims. They're just cheap TSY aluminum rims, but they got some pretty beefy 4Runner Maxes on it. Should hold up alright, but one thing I can suggest is do not bother with 12-inch rims. Definitely go with the 14s if you can afford them. I ended up with some pretty extreme clearance issues up in there, and then same with right here on the upright. As you can see, like super tight. Doesn't rub, but it's tight, so it works. Not a big deal. I am gonna run those. There's the rears. I think they're 11. Yeah, 11's in the back, 9's in the front. And then I also flushed the master cylinder blocks there, the brake pedals boxes, and I fitted the master cylinders up. Got the proper M8 bolts in the bolt bin, so those are all mounted. I think I have a spring I picked up today, but anyhow, now I'm sort of getting off of brakes for a bit because they're going to be pretty simple when it comes down to it. I can hook those up in no time, they're pretty dummy. So I'm gonna get going on the wiring harness here. I already started plugging in some things last night. Got the thermostat ran up here, rad fan ran up there. Basically just this little CDI coil is hooked up, so we got a lot more stuff to go here. But I picked up some heat shrink, some wire, all the necessities so we can get wiring, get going on that. And also on the fuel tank here, as you remembered, I only MIG'd that, but I started playing with the TIG welder today. Like, yeah, I got a little bit better, so I think that I am gonna TIG over that now. I'm just gonna throw it in pulse and basically two-hand it over every corner of the fuel tank, so it should look good. These are the numbers that I got and used there today. This is just, actually no, I shouldn't even show you this one. This is just with filler metal added, and then this one I MIG'd, grinded just like I would have the fuel tank, and then pulsed right over it. And like that's 1 pulse per second, I think 160 amps peak, 120 hertz, and it comes out alright, not too bad. So like, if you guys have some good pulse numbers or whatever, let me know. I'm using a Miller, I'm not sure what it is, but it's a pretty decked out welder. yeah. So I'm gonna get going on the wiring, and I got sidetracked again and started doing a little bit of work on the steering wheel. I got, this is a spline from the steering wheel of the Saturn that slides onto the power steering motor. So I'll show you that. It goes on there, okay, with the splines. So the plan is that's going to go onto these splines at a set spot that I want. Drill a hole through it with a slip pin, a removable pin, so that way I can just pop the pin out and pull the steering wheel off if I need to remove the steering wheel. And then this is going to get welded onto the back of this plate here, nice and good and centered, so that way the wheel turns straight. And that's a mounting plate for the steering wheel that I got right here. My hands are all greasy, but so I don't want to touch the suede there. But yeah, so I'm gonna get this welded up, done, and then that'll lead me to be able to slide the steering wheel on there, set that, and once I have that set, I can mount that into the actual buggy, which is an important next step. So we'll get going on that. I got the steering wheel flange done here. That's all welded on, finished up, and that slides onto there like I showed you. And now I just cut out the middle bar in here and fitted some M8 bolts, and now I'm gonna make some tabs for it. Basically just start mounting this, because I slid the steering wheel onto there, sat in the buggy, and finally measured where that power steering motor needs to go. So we'll make some tabs for that and mount up the power steering motor. That's a big job done here. Oh, get the steering wheel all dirty already. Pulled up the bracket for that, mounted it on there, and now I'm just cutting 2 pieces of pipe from my measurements to go from here and here up to the column bar there. So I'll get that done, and then all I've got to do is weld 2 bars up to that column there, and the steering's mounted. So I'm gonna get that done. The first mount tacked on there for the steering. Now I see it's tilting there, but now this comes up right there, perfect height for me to fit in there. And now I'm welding 2 bars in there like I was talking about, and the steering should be mounted. It's gonna be a little bit interesting, the steering line here, if that angle's too great for it, but we'll find out. Hopefully not. Guys, that was a good day. It is dark and getting super late. Can't really do any more grinding, so those welds are gonna stay the way they are right now. Yeah, there's the electronic power steering unit. The output shaft here is damn close to my master cylinders, so it should be interesting. Hopefully this all works out. And also the angle is pretty great that it's coming from, so we'll see. Hopefully this works, because if it doesn't, I'm gonna have to cut out a lot. Yeah, so that should be it for tonight, and probably for this video.